Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Trading with certainty, develop and unleash your trading instincts. We hit a bullseye. Man, am I ever excited when I saw that small gap up open this morning. I talked about it yesterday. If we had a scenario where we would open near the closing price of yesterday from today, it would be a buy. So let's take a look at that video just to show you the receipts of what we were talking about. Back to where? Previous resistance, which is now support. So I'm going to bet on this that tomorrow, if we open here, we're going to have a spike up and I can make my 1%. And I'm going to sell the entire 60 shares on that 1%. That was the strategy going into today's trading day. We were looking for just right off the open, just a buy because of this the setup that we were at. Bull flag, clear, risk management, confidence, bullseye. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is for education and trading purposes only. I just show you how I'm able to pull profits from the market on a regular basis. So let's jump into the chart, shall we? Probably the most exciting part of the video is looking at the chart. And there you have it, Moderna on the docket, clean as can be. I love charts clean as can be. I don't want to see MACDs, RSIs, nothing like that. I just want candles, price levels, that's it. We keep it simple. That's all part of the trading gap and short selling fundamentals. I've taken so many courses, read so many books on trading, and there's so much information out there and you really don't need it. You just need to understand how to read the tape. That's what it is. Break down candles is how to read the tape. Support resistance as well help you in understanding setups. What are the setups in the morning, early in the morning, that we could take advantage of and profit? And we talked about this. We were in this bullish momentum. We're in this bull flag pattern. We're still above support. That resistance that was before is now support. So there's no reason to be scared to buy. So we bought it. Let's dive into that candle. So right off the bat, 344 to 350, that's a $6 move. We made our day's pay on 60 shares, right? 1% is $4. So we made the $240 on that right off within the first 15 minutes of the trading session. And we identified the support area because here this was resistance, and now you can clearly see it's support. These are just fundamentals, technical fundamentals, and we're looking for the price to fill the gap, which is at 384. That's the gap. That's the target. We hit a bullseye. We are in and out of the market today. Days pay within 15 minutes. Who can make a day's pay in 15 minutes? Most people have to work a whole 8 hours. That's why I love trading. You know what? Sometimes you don't make that, $200, $300. Sometimes it's just $120. That's fine. That's how we just grind it out. And that's how we're building up our accounts, is just being consistent and successful every day. What we talked about yesterday in terms of a second setup was through the 350 area. And you can see we hit it on the button. 350, obviously an important number. We poked our heads out. We came back down. We're still in this. To me, this is a bull flag pattern, in my opinion. And we're just chip-chopping here until we build enough energy to break out and fill up that gap at 384. Now, there's a earnings report here, right, on November 4th. And what normally happens, earnings is a wild, wild west. You can have above average profits or from the previous quarter or from last year, you can blow it out of the water and the stock could still go down. Or you have poor earnings and the stock could still go up. It doesn't make sense. You don't want to really bet on, if Moderna's probably going to have a really good earnings. I'm sure they will, but you can't bet on it. The market likes to make us look like fools, and you can see that over and over again, right? It looks like, we're breaking out, psych, and then here again, we're breaking out, psych, and it just psychs you out. That's why we take profits at the 1%. I said it yesterday that it was clear in that video what the strategy was, and that's why I do these videos. Let's talk about what can happen tomorrow so we can get prepared. And again, it's these same setups. What I would like to see, I'm going to go in again, double, or even I'm going to triple my size. I'm going to go even 90 shares. If I see this tomorrow, if I see we come up here, right, tomorrow, and we just keep closing candles here for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, half an hour, I want to hang out here for, a few, kind of like, hanging out like this type of pattern. If I see that right away in the morning, I'm going to be bullish on that, and I'm going to be buying probably triple the amount. But I'm going to have to see this develop throughout the day. This is going to happen probably around 10:30, 11:30, 12:30 kind of thing. I'm looking for this trade for later in the day, but I want to see an intraday bull flag. And the reason why I'm saying like 11:30 to 12:30 is because you can see you can get sucked into this trade. You get your breakup candle, and I talked about this breakup candle yesterday in the video. I wasn't going to buy that breakup candle because I wanted to wait to see it hang up here like this. This is what I wanted to see, and I was specific about it because look, we had the pullback. It was not a good buy. The breakup candle was not a good buy in this particular scenario, and that's why my main focus was to buy here, because this is what I want to see tomorrow. I want to see a breakup candle, and I want to see it close above 350 on a 15-minute, half-hour, hourly close. Give me some time up there. Let's hang out up there, and that's going to give me time to manage the risk and get in. That's the perfect setup. Now, what would be trouble for the bulls, right, is if we gap down here. At any point in time, do we have a gap down? Maybe we gap down here. Maybe the gap is down here. Maybe the gap is here. We're going to wait for a breakdown candle close. So we're going to want to wait for a 15-minute close, kind of like what happened here. We could have a shakeout operation. This is what Moderna does. Like you saw here, like we saw here, we can have a similar situation here. A shakeout operation will be a great short opportunity and would still fall into that trend, that going higher trend, by having higher lows. You can have a higher low here by having this dip to suck people in. That's the plan. I want to talk a little bit more about earnings. So come into earnings, it's going to be tricky. So what could happen coming into November 4th? Right, we could chop shop here until November 4th. We could be having the buy the rumor, sell the news. So buying the rumors, the earnings, right? The earnings is coming, so people want to get into it. We could see a rally up until November 4th, followed by a sell-off on earnings. That is absolutely in the cards. What we could have, let's talk about earnings setups. And this is, I see this all the time. We could have a gap up, and because I'm telling you, this gap needs to get filled. Okay, so that's why I'm focusing on it, and I'm going to talk about an open here. If we open at 376 on earnings, and we have a breakup candle, I am not going to buy this breakup candle, because what the market likes to do is trick, trap, and frustrate us. We may get a doji candle or a spinning top, and then we may have a reversal to the downside, and the trade is actually going to be to short on earnings. Okay, so we're going to look for this Yui like this, and we're going to use the spinning top and doji. So most likely going to execute this trade around 10 o'clock, maybe 10:45, around that area. But this is the setup that I'm going to be looking for on earnings. On the other, on that same token, but but flipping it, if we gap up and we come down, and then we have a doji on at 9:30, right, or a spinning top at 9:15, 10 o'clock, and I'm going to be looking to buy for a reversal back up, which is the opposite. So this is a morning pivot, bullish and bearish morning pivots. I'm saying because the market likes to fool you and trick you, so it's better to wait to see this type of pattern shape up, because you'll make more money doing that. So I'm going to be more patient on earnings. I'm going to look for these two types of patterns only, right? Now, just to give some education scenarios to for caution, right? We wait for the 9:45 to 10 o'clock close because we could have another down candle. This is an invalid scenario. We have to have a doji or a small spinning top. And what I mean by that is let's give you an example on the chart, right? Well, here you have it. Here's an example of that candle, right? Here's another example where it's a lot smaller candle, and then there's a follow through on the downside, and maybe there's something that we can look at on the opposite side of things. But that is, look online. You should know as a trader what a doji or spinning top is. So these are your smaller candles, and a doji is the same. The opening and closing price of the candle is the same, and a small upper and lower wick. That's typically your doji. So those, if you're looking to get prepared for earnings, that's the setups that you want to look for to trade. And again, just a reminder, we are looking for a bull flag and a close on multiple candles above 350 to really triple down for the move up higher. We gap down and we're waiting for the 50-minute candle close, and it has to be break up or break down candle. So right, this is a break up candle and then maybe a breakdown candle. So it's a larger than normal candle. This is a breakdown candle over here. That's what we're looking for. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. See you tomorrow.